The day my home drowned, it started with a single, arrogant email from my HOA. I remember staring at the words, a cold dread creeping into my gut that had nothing to do with the blizzard raging outside. They called it winter beautification, a sterile term for the mountains of snow their plows were deliberately piling over the storm drain at the end of our cul-de-sac. My storm drain, the one I'd personally cleared just hours before, knowing the thaw was coming. I replied immediately, a frantic plea explaining that this wasn't just an inconvenience. It was a dam, a frozen, ticking time bomb. The response was a digital pat on the head. We appreciate your concern, but our landscaping contractors are professionals. Professionals in what? I wondered. Creating glaciers on residential streets. That night, the storm intensified, burying us in a white silence. But it wasn't the snow that kept me awake. It was the rain that followed. A warm, relentless downpour, turning the blizzard's aftermath into a rushing, liquid nightmare. I stood at my window, watching the water rise. It crept over the curb, a dark, hungry lake, swallowing the street. I could see the drain, or rather, where it was supposed to be, completely submerged beneath the HOA's masterpiece of ice. My frantic calls went to voicemail. The emergency line was a constant busy signal. Then, the water touched my front porch. It slid under the door with a quiet, sinister hiss. That's when the real panic set in. It wasn't just my house. Lights were flickering on all up and down the streets. I saw faces in windows, panicked silhouettes against the dark, swirling water. The dam had broken. Our little suburban circle was now a bowl, and we were all at the bottom. The water rose with terrifying speed, seeping into drywall, devouring furniture, erasing memories. By dawn, the street was a canal of ruin. 85 homes, including mine, were flooded. The beautification project had become a multi-million-dollar catastrophe, all because one person's warning was dismissed as a complaint. They had built a wall of ice in ignorance, and we all paid the price. Please, if this story has reached you, let the like button be a silent testament, a quiet acknowledgement for every voice that has ever been ignored. Sometimes the most devastating floods don't come from the sky. They come from the quiet, stubborn refusal to listen. Thank you for hearing my story.